Allworth, former NFL wide receiver, including for the 2006 Philadelphia Eagles, among other teams. Thanks so much for joining me, Dante. Good to see you. So Sarah Sanders said this afternoon the Eagles are orchestrating a political stunt by offering, late in the game, only a small number of players coming instead of the original planned 80-plus members and coaching staff. What's your response?
Well, I think that initially the 80-plus number is everyone in the organization. There are 53 active players on the roster, and then you have a number of coaches. So that number is about correct for the whole organization. Well, as you've noted on the show, that a number of guys have said at the very beginning, they said the day of the Super Bowl, they said it the day after the Super Bowl that they weren't coming. And they gave specific reasons why they weren't going. So this White House has twisted the truth on a number of occasions, not just with conflating the flag and the anthem with the protests that the players have took a knee for, but they've conflated other issues as well politically. So this is just the playbook of this administration.
So there is an argument out there that players should go to the White House because it represents more than just Donald Trump or Barack Obama or George W. Bush. It represents the presidency. Moreover, there's an argument that, you know, hey, a guy like Malcolm Jenkins, who is very active in lobbying members of Congress for justice reform, that he could make headway there. CNN's Van Jones spoke to Malcolm Jenkins back in February and asked him if he would ever be willing to go to the White House. Take a listen.
I think I would definitely consider that. I mean, if I wouldn't, then, you know, what is it that I'm trying to get accomplished? And so if you can go directly to the President of the United States and talk about these that are plaguing our communities, I think that's a responsibility for us, regardless of how you feel about somebody on a personal level.
Now, to be clear, he's talking there about being able to go to the White House to talk to the president, not to go for what he called a photo op. Yep. But do you think it's possible that players may have missed an opportunity here?
I don't think they've missed an opportunity. I think the president missed an opportunity. He's tabbed Jared Kushner to kind of work on this criminal justice reform, something that we need to work on. It's the reason why the protesters have been protesting, not for the other reasons that they've been given, but they've been protesting for inequities in policing, inequities in the criminal justice system. So the players that were taken in knee, none of them played for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you mentioned that earlier, but I think the more important thing, when you look at what these players have done, Jake, these players have been to the Hill to speak to members of Congress on both sides of the aisle. I've actually been with them on a number of occasions. They've spoke to their state legislators. They've been on police ride-alongs, and they've been doing this for years. So this won't stop. This action won't stop the players. The president, if he really wanted to get a win, he would put his disagreements with the way that the players are protesting, he would put those to the side, Jake, and he would try to figure out, come up with some type of comprehensive plan and using these guys as allies instead of enemies.
So just a few days ago, President Trump responded to the NFL's new rule, which requires players to stand during the national anthem or to stay in the locker room. Let's remind our viewers what President Trump said in response.
Good. You have to stand proudly for the national anthem. Well, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be there. Maybe you shouldn't be in the country.
Maybe you shouldn't be in the country. Now, some people look at President Trump and say the NFL owners who came up with this rule have emboldened President Trump in this controversy that he is fanning the flames of against the players.
Yeah, I think they have, and if they can't see that, then that's a shame. They're a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they should be able to have a PR firm that could at least let them know that the backlash for this would have been very bad. So they honestly just took the side of the president, and even using the same language that the president used by saying that players need to respect the anthem and respect the flag. And again, it's never been about the flag. It's never been about the anthem. It's been about the inequities of policing and criminal justice system.
Jerry Jones of the Cowboys, it was reported by the Wall Street Journal, said in a deposition that President Trump once told him, quote, "This is a very winning, strong issue for me. Tell everyone you can't win this one. This one lifts me." This is about anthem protests of inequities in the justice system during the anthem. Do you think it's working?
I think what Trump is trying to do, he's not trying to unite us. He's being divisive, so I think that's working. If you see Mike Pence when the NFL came out with this rule, he tweeted winning. That's winning. It's not winning for democracy. It's not winning for the people who have to deal with these issues on an everyday basis. And some people in America don't have to deal with it. Some people can have great interactions with the police, and others are nervous about any type of interactions with the police. And so when you understand, though, that a lot of people in America do have these issues and try to have empathy for them, we can't move forward until we do.
Dante Stallworth, always great to have you on. Thank you so much, sir. Good to see you. So is the national anthem and protest during it really a